can see, is very, very muddy. But what we have done is we've opened up our old pits, so we'll be able to go in there and we'll all be able to stay dry, and you'll get a good look at what's going on out there. As you can see, we've cleared all of the land. They finished 2 days ago, I believe, Thursday, on clearing. And we have half of the track, the raised platform, is now staked out. The reason why they haven't started staking out the second part of the platform is they actually have to drive from the staging area over here to start putting everything up. And if they do that, and they staked it all out, then they'd be driving over the stakes and they'd have to have them resurveyed. So they just did half of them. They'll come out, put all of those in, and then they'll be able to move on to the second half. Like I said, our track is going to be 30 feet high. Our fun slide's not up right now, but our fun slide is 30 feet high. The lampposts as you're walking in over here, I know the umbrellas are kind of covering it, but these lampposts over here are in the 28 feet range, so it's going to be just a little taller than that. The lamppost that's out at the right out there, that's where the spiral is going to be with the 3 lights on it, and that is 30 feet high. So that's giving you an idea of how tall the go-kart track is going to be, and that's right where the 30-foot spiral is going to be. We have a second spiral that's going to be over in the back area, or where the old bridge used to be, and that one is going to be about 20 feet, maybe a little less than 20 feet high, because it's only really 1/2 spiral before you actually start making your way down. The portion of the track, most of the track is going to be a raised platform, so there's only going to be 2 spots where you're actually going to be down on the ground, and those 2 spots are going to be the closest to the pit. Where you enter and exit the pit, that's where it's going to touch the ground. The rest of it's pretty much going to be up in the air. Steve. Nice to meet you. Everybody, this is Steve. Steve is the contractor who's going to be building our go-kart track. He just arrived. Steve, MGC developers. They specialize in helping build go-kart tracks, mini golf courses, batting cages, FECs. We have J&J amusement park product cars that are going to be going on the track. J&J gave us a basic rough draft of what we would like to see in a go-kart track, and then they passed us off to Steve, who then told us how much it was going to cost to build the track, and then we had to go find an engineer who helps design the track, and then the whole process goes on and on. So right now we are at the very beginning stages of the construction of the track. So demolition is complete. All right, demolition is complete, and we'll see the track going up hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Any questions so far? Any questions for Steve while we have him here? Because I know he's unloading equipment and everything, so I just wanted him to swing over real quick and say hi. Do you guys have any questions for Steve?
Where's the track itself actually made on site?
Oh, it's made on site.
Oh, okay. So all the welding stuff's done here?
Everything's done here. We're getting all the raw materials in. We got to fabricate all the steel.
So he asked, do we fabricate it off-site or bring it here, or is it built here? It is actually built here. The structure itself is going to be all wood, and the surface that you drive on is going to be concrete. So it's going to be much like the Fun Spot go-karts or the Atlanta go-karts. That's the exact kind of designer material that we're using. Any other questions?
It's a pretty big track. Do you anticipate video surveillance for the operator to watch the track, or do you think straight visual is enough?
Well, we are going to have attendants that are going to be on the track, but we also have video surveillance, not only for operation standpoint, but for security standpoint, and any incidences that may happen at the park, we always try to have captured on video to help us assist at why it happened, what we can do to improve it. So we always are looking for something, in the lines of video security. So right now, we only have 2 cameras that are in this whole area, and the whole track will have cameras on it. One thing we didn't talk about is the lighting package that this go-kart track is going to have. It's going to have a unique lighting package that right now we're working with a design firm. Some of you guys may actually know the firm. Right there. There you go. They're helping us engineer a system in which the go-kart lights, LED lights, will light up the track, but as we say commands like caution, it will actually strobe caution through the covered levels of the track. Same thing with your race is done, it'll stroke red through the track as well. So we're working with them on different design elements and what we can do when it comes to putting together a system for the track. Any other questions for Steve?
How long is it going to take?
Yes, Steve, how long is it going to take?
Well, I've been told I got to be done by April.
So obviously rain affects us. Yeah, rain
Weather
is
permitting,
the other hard part is going to be pouring concrete. Yes, when is it going to be complete? We're aiming for April. Concrete is the hardest thing to do, especially if it's cold. It has to be a certain temperature in order to pour the concrete. Obviously, the conditions of the track have to be a certain way in order to go out and do drilling. We're putting in the holes as well. So those are all going to be obstacles that we're going to have to work through. So we're aiming for April, but the weather could push it back. Anything else?
What inspection authority do we have in this area that you must have to open the track?
Good question. There's several different layers of it. So the city of Fredericksburg obviously has to approve any type of building permits that we would need in order to do an attraction. They've already given us the approval to go ahead and start construction. Once we are done, since the city of Fredericksburg is not go-kart experts, we have to hire a company that will come out and do the inspection for the industry perspective, and then the city of Fredericksburg will look over their findings and then say whether it's good to go or not. But the city of Fredericksburg will still have their say on the building itself or the structure itself as to whether they believe it's safe. All right, anything else?
What kind of person?
J&J. Have you been to Go-Karts Plus? Anybody been to Go-Karts Plus in the last year?
Yeah.
Awesome. The brand new cars that they have on their figure 8 track on the top of the hill, those are the exact same cars we're getting. Same paint job. The only thing we're changing is it's not going to say Go-Karts Plus on it. We're changing it so it's just color. What's that? Gas powered. Yep. Electric is really expensive, and we just didn't feel that it was the right time to flip over to electric as of yet. Anything else? Yeah. What's that? I mean, yes, we're not going to have like a specific like photo booth, but people would be able to take photos as they're getting in and out. They just won't be able to have their phone with them. We also allow people to take GoPros on as long as they have the right equipment to make sure that it's secured. They can't have helmet cams or anything like that, but they can have a chest strap or wrist strap as long as they keep 2 hands on the wheel at all times. Anything else? All right, we're still going to go into the actual thing, but we want to get a picture first. Okay. Where did you want to do?
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, guys, before we make our way in, I just want to warn you guys that there is, this is an active construction site, so there is some rock and stuff up here, so be very careful when you're walking over. Once we're in the pit, everything's dry. We're not going to go in any of the muddy areas, but you'll be able to get a pretty good glimpse of the backside from the back of the pit. All right?
All right.
All right. Go ahead and head all the way back to the pit there and take a look at the back. These are not the cars that we're going to have in the pit. This is our old cars. These are for sale. If anybody wants one, I'll give you a great deal on a go-kart.
Sure, just throw it back in the truck.
These are all these
Pretty sure the cost of out, we're going to cost of it.
When you go in the car, we're ripping it apart and then we're putting it together.
There's called
I'd like it.
They bark at us.
oh my god, it's so funny.
Roll the weight off and then turn at high speed.
Oh yeah, you can actually, if you want, you can go into the pit itself. Just be very careful. So right over here, right here. Again, just be very, very careful when you're walking around the cars. One of the stakes may say aiming on it. Just ignore that as you go toward the track. Yep, so the parts are going to come out here. We're going to make the same here that it used to. We're going to jump over the back side of the slide. Then it's going to take the back side of the parts all the way down. It's going to curve or circle
It's already hooked up to the...
I said I had one.
Yeah, thanks for
Do you have your deck?
Yes. So we have